sweet friends. I hope you're cozy and doing well on this winter day. I'm Tammy with Embellish the Story, and I'm just popping in really quickly to do a video on how I do a pamphlet stitch. I've already bound my large journal that we picked out the signature for, and I actually filmed that but wasn't crazy about the way it turned out. So I want to show you how I do it on a smaller version of a journal because I think that will be less awkward on camera. And in addition to that, when I first learned how to do this, I practiced and learned on small little journals like this before I tackled a larger journal. And I learned this technique from Gayle Agostonelli, and I couldn't find the video that I actually watched, but it's been years and years since I watched that. But she has a really quick little short on how she does this. So I will leave you that link. But here's how I do it, and I'm gonna try to just go through it. This has got a little more detail than that short because she kind of starts a little later in the process. But I'm just gonna use, I've got a whatever you call this, to poke the holes. I've got, this is wax thread. I'm just using a large needle, and you can actually get, I just looked, you can actually get little sets on Amazon for, like, I saw one for $5.99. It has the thread, it has this little pokey thing, it has lots and lots of needles in it. So if you don't have this, they're very inexpensive on Amazon. And then I've just got some papers. These pages are left over from a little project I did a few videos back. And this beautiful digital collection, which I can't remember the name of, but I'm going to leave a link in the description. It's by Michelle Reese Designs. So this is left over from when a project I had done earlier. So I've just got some little pages. They're all different sizes. And I'm just making a scrappy book. And I will put this in the journal. It'll be some ephemera I'm going to put in the journal. So just all different shapes and sizes of paper. I'm going to put, I'll tell you this, I'm going to put this one up higher because I need to put ephemera either where a stitch is going to be here or right in the center or here. Because if I get it in between two stitches, it's going to slip out. So that's why I'm putting this on up there, so I should have a hole. Now, I'm just using a glassine bag for this, and that's how I'm approaching this little journal. So I'm going to clip my pages in place where I want them. And I just kind of bend it and then clip. And I don't have to do a lot of clipping with this one, but I'll show you how much clipping I did with the bigger journal. So I'm just going to fold it so it's where I want it, and then I'm going to clip it. And that just helps hold my pages together. On this journal, I clipped it 4 times like this. So you can see it took a little bit more things to hold these papers in place. So there's that, how I did that. And there are really cute, really nifty little tools that you can use to do this next part. There's a wooden thing you can buy, but I just use a book. And I did not steal this book, y'all. Our media center got rid of a lot of books and just put them on a cart and said, take some books. They're free. So this is one that I took. I just wanted to, y'all are probably like, why is she doing that to a library book? So I'm just going to take this with the pages clipped in. I'm going to put it in the spine of the book, and I'm going to put 3 holes. Now, if you're a measure where you want your holes. I'm an eyeballer, so I'm going to eyeball where I want my holes. I'm going to eyeball the center. I try not to poke it all the way through. I don't want a big hole. I just want a hole small enough to put a needle through. I do use the smaller needle that I just dropped. Let me get it. I got my needle. So I do use the smaller needle in the set because it comes with a set of a lot of needles, and some are really big. I just need an eye big enough to thread the twine. All right, before I thread it, I'm going to show you. I measure about 4 lengths of the. Let me take this. I measure about 4 lengths of the height of the book. So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will give me more than enough thread to bind it. Some people I've seen measure 3. I just go ahead and measure 4 because I definitely don't want to run out. So I'm just going to thread my needle, and which is the hardest part. And then I'm ready. Okay. So I'm going to eyeball it. I'm going to pull the book up. Make sure you can see. I'm going to put a hole that looks like the center to me. So I'm going to put a hole there. Then I'm going to put a hole a little ways down on this, because this is such a small book. I'm just going to do about 3/4 of an inch. And on this, and then 3/4, what looks like 3/4 of an inch on this side. Okay. On this bigger journal, let's see how far I went down. I went down about an inch, about a full inch. Okay. So now we've got our holes, and now we're just going to sew it. So if I want my strings, there's going to be strings. So if I want my strings on the inside, I start sewing from the inside. If I want my strings from the outside, I start sewing from the outside. I want my strings on the inside because I want to let them hang down, and I'm going to tie charms on them. I'm just going to tie charms. So I'm going to start from the inside. So what I'm going to do is go in the center, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to hold the longer thread to the side a little bit. I'm going to hold that to the side. So I'm going to kind of keep it pulled to the side, and that clip is kind of in my way. Then I'm going to come up through, I'm coming up through the top. If you want to go up through the bottom, it doesn't matter. Just come up through one end, and I'm going to hold my thread. That's really important because the thread's going to get all crazy. I'm going to hold my thread. Then I'm going to go back through the center. I do not want to go, whoops, I do not want to go through this thread. That's important. So I want to hold that to the side so I don't go through that thread. So now I'm back on this side, and you can see my stitch. Now I'm going to go back through the other side. I'm going to hold my, I'm still holding my thread. So now I've got the whole book where I've stitched along the whole spine. So now I'm going to get my string pretty tight. Not so tight that I start ripping the signature in the center, but I'm going to get it pretty tight. And then I'm going to simply go back up through that thread. And then I'm going to tie it. And I tie it again. So now now with this one, if I wanted to hang charms, I would leave the tails hanging. And then I have a little place to hang charms. So that is how I do a pamphlet stitch. It looks more intimidating than it is. I will be honest with you, it's my least favorite part of making a journal. I'm so relieved when I get this done. But we have the stitches on the outside, and then there it's secure on the inside. So it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, pretty easy. I started on small pieces like this before I tackled a big journal with a thicker cover, because it gets a little more complicated, and this is why I use small signatures of usually not more than 15 things that I sew in, because it just simplifies this. So I hope this helps you, and now that you know how to make the cover, do the signature, and sew it, you're really set to go any way you want. We will work on this journal together and kind of do it step by step, but this gets you ready to go. So just a weather update, y'all. We're supposed to get really pretty, fluffy, powdery snow tomorrow, and we never get that. We always get wet snow. And the good thing about wet snow is you can make good snowballs and snowmen out of it. But I'm just so excited about tomorrow. I hope we get what they're saying we're going to get, about 4 inches. So I'm excited about snow. I know a lot of you have got a lot of snow and you're used to snow, but it's a treat here in Georgia. So stay cozy and make you a little practice booklet and then do your big journal. I'll leave the link to Gayle's video short, and I will leave a link to Michelle Reese Designs where I got these pretty papers. They're so pretty. This is the front. Unfortunately, I had to cut them down, but look how pretty that rose is. These are beautiful papers. And I just made this a scrappy book because I was just using some of the leftovers from the last project. So thank you for joining me. And now you've got all the instructions you need to make a journal. Happy crafting, y'all. Always remember to embellish the story. We'll decorate the journal soon. Bye-bye.